Hey guys, welcome back to Gameplayx4. Finally, I'm back. I know I have been having here like the last two episodes. No. That the well, whatever. Last time, remember that I had like a mic issue. Yeah, no. I want to thank Lord Almighty Echo Barrage for taking over the podcast. I know he did a great job doing nothing. You know, what he does bet. Look. He does no. Huh. He doesn't even turn on his fucking video camera. He respects you guys. He loves you guys. He doesn't want to even show his face. No. What the hell? I do more. I do more of this podcast. I was being sarcastic. But whatever.
He is behind the camera.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah.
The microphone support always helping Ruben out for some reason. It's like he is the more understandable Ruben.
But those are supposed to be the most understandable Ruben. What the fuck?
The more understandable Ruben.
Okay.
It's because his skin is lighter, guys.
Hey, Ruben, you should feel disrespected right now. They don't like you when you play games with them. That's what you're talking about.
I already got used to it, man.
Look, we like Ruben because he doesn't wear socks on his head. Well, except that one time he did. That's the one time we didn't like him. But otherwise, we like him.
You know what they say behind when you turn around, they say you're the black sheep in the group.
The black sheep.
Isn't that Josh?
Isn't Black Josh? Why you always have to save him playing games? That's why.
What?
Podcast time. Okay. So the first story. Okay, no, go ahead.
Thanks, Ray, for wasting our time.
It's okay, Kenneth. I'm okay, Josh.
See, you don't even know who you want to talk to.
He's just so excited. He's like a dog.
Look. I'm just whatever, Kenneth.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Let's start this podcast, please.
Well, we've been starting. Anyways, guys, welcome back. Hope you guys are doing fine. I'm glad that I finally taken the second vaccine dose. Get and Josh still haven't. They're bad human beings.
Yeah, get vaccinated, whatever. If I get vaccinated, whether I do it or not, I can catch it. You can catch it either way. So
It doesn't matter. Like Josh, by now, I think he wants to get it. It's okay.
I'm a perfectly healthy human being. If I get it, I'm gonna be chilling.
Nah, you be down for a couple of weeks.
I'm gonna be chilling.
Your immune system is like,
So I barely get sick. When I do, it fucks me up. But I'll come back from it. Like,
You said it, they fucked you up, though.
I can hear you, Kenan.
Can't hear you, Kenny.
I thought we do not play games with COVID people. We do not play games with COVID.
Okay, Kenan.
What the fuck?
Well, I just remember I was saying it for last year. A statistic is a statistic for a reason. Someone got to be on the other side of it.
Okay.
Even if only 1% of people die, someone has to be in that 1%. Don't let it be you.
Kenan.
Yeah.
Like you have like a big ass graphic that says start time, son. Yeah.
Anyways.
yeah, I love how I'm not even gonna get into it. Let's get to the damn topic.
Please.
All right. Let's start the game. So, Kenan, tell us.
You tell the people what the hell you're looking at.
No, yeah, no, tell us like what's up with this Nvidia?
You're a terrible host,
This
man.
this is NVIDIA's CPU. Obviously, this is the inside of it. But so NVIDIA is deciding to get into the manufacturing CPUs. I don't know if you remember, we did a story a couple of months ago where they bought ARM.
Yeah.
And so this is an ARM-based CPU, which is very interesting seeing NVIDIA get into CPUs, seeing how Intel's getting into graphics cards.
Yeah, because they got scared.
Yeah, and the only one who did both before was AMD. So now we're going to have a lot more competition with CPUs. Well, let me tip it back a little bit. So this CPU so far is only used for data centers and AI and machine learning kind of applications. No, they did buy ARM, so I'm hoping some of that technology goes to the graphics card, which is like energy saving, kind of technology. But right now, this is just for data centers and pretty much enterprise applications. Hopefully, they can make consumer grade CPUs. That way, we get more competition. But as for now, this is what they started with, and I heard it was pretty good.
It was like Intel making a graphics card. We gonna lock our shit.
Yeah, actually, there was actually another company that announced their graphics card. I think it was a Chinese company. They announced their graphics card this week. Hope it's good. I hope they bring it to the United States.
Man, more competition is good, so we can get some of these cheap graphics cards. I'm tired of Nvidia, all underselling their shit, and just not making enough fucking cards.
Hey, is
Mhm.
this
Well,
already
they're not the
finished?
ones who are overselling it.
Hey, is this already finished or still in testing area?
The CPU, I believe it's not totally sure. Because for some, I heard some reports that it was already out, and other ones that they just revealed it. But I'm gonna assume because it's so soon, I'm gonna assume that they just revealed it.
Oh, okay.
Could be
Yeah.
the some people have it for beta testing.
Which
That
one?
could be as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's this. They're supposed to be making 3. And
I mean, that's good news. I want them to make some CPUs for gaming, possibly even consoles.
And
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, they could have a whole CPU on the next Switch. Who knows?
right.
yeah, and when do you think they're gonna have ready all of these graphics card?
2023, I believe.
2023.
It's 2023, right? If I read it correctly.
For the CPU, yeah.
Yeah, 23.
That's pretty soon though.
Yeah, but this is not for us, so
Right, it's enterprise right now.
Enterprise.
Yeah.
which is good. We need more
Process,
more of that
competition.
good stuff.
Lower the prices, please.
Wait, do they have a starting point price already? No. Do they announce it?
It comes out 2 years from now, so I doubt they do have one.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure they have an idea.
How much are data center CPUs you normally cost?
About $2-3 grand.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, typically.
Yeah.
The thing is, they have to have the fastest one operating 100% of the time. So you have to have processes there to make sure that they're durable and that they can operate at the maximum. So they need the best of the best, and they're willing to pay for it. So
Hell yeah.
because yeah, exactly. Like none of us are gonna pay PC price for one part of a PC. Well, okay, some people are crazy enough to, but
They'd be like, I got a $12 PC.
yeah.
Nah. Fuck that.
I mean, with a CPU like that, like graphics card,
Wait, $3,000 for
that might not be enough.
Oh no.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But
Well,
that's
2 years
good
from
news
now,
all around.
maybe that changes. There's more competition to us.
Yeah.
If they decide to go down a console route, which they probably will anyways.
Let's move on to Sony investing $200 million more on Epic. Besides the fact that already that they said they were going to invest $1 billion, but now they invested $200 million more.
Yeah. So Epic just had another round of funding. Sony gave them, I think, $250 million last year.
Yeah, it was 250.
Yeah, and then so now it's not just Sony; it's a few different people, but Sony is the most notable.
But
Is that they gave another $200 million this year, and it's people are thinking that it might be a closer partnership than previously thought, because also if you guys heard, like Alloy is going to be in Fortnite as a skin.
Yeah.
And Kratos
So-
Fortnite.
Right,
Yeah.
Alloy from Horizon Zero Dawn.
Horizon Zero
Aloy.
Dawn.
I say Alloy. Alloy.
Aloy. Yeah, but it seems like Fortnite has the most funds right now overall because he has $10 billion more than Epic.
Fortnite makes money.
I
Yeah.
can't believe that game is still alive.
Epic goes
Yeah.
the events of the game.
Just
and the
because
new
that
skins.
game is not in the mainstream anymore does not mean it's dead, yo. I mean,
Yeah.
that game makes money. Look at GTA 5. That game still makes money to this fucking day.
Yeah, but it definitely has competition. Like I just heard Apex hit 100 million users this week.
Oh yeah, because
It's nice because, man, I think season 3, season 4 was like Apex lowest. Like it was like
really low. But the thing,
I've actually been looking at these new skins. Like
No.
what's it called?
Bloodhound,
This new season?
Loba.
No. What's the name of the season? Like
Season 8,
War or something of Apex.
Oh, Mayhem.
Mayhem.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I was looking at the skins, and the Lifeline skin, like where she has like the white mask on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, man, that looks sick.
Yeah, the Revenant skin is fucking
The Revenant
fire.
looks sick. The Pharaoh, the Revenant Pharaoh.
Apex definitely switched up their skins because when the game first came out, we were like, these skins are garbage, yo. And once the season started rolling out, then you started to see a lot more.
You know why? You know why Epic have more players? Because the people from Warzone, they get tired of playing with hackers. So they went back.
Again, Activision they don't give a fuck anymore. So
Pretty
So
much.
they
they
pretty
lose a
much
lot
like,
of players with it.
they pulled a lot of people from Warzone too. So it's like, well, get ready. They're gonna be like, oh, it's a failure. Release a new battle royale.
Yeah.
If they even care about the battle royale anymore.
So they lose a lot of players because of that. So that's what I'm saying.
Unfortunately.
That's why
But
a lot of streamers they're going to Apex now. Most of them.
a lot of not a lot of what I'm saying, like Fortnite, that game still makes fucking money.
Yeah,
It's,
well.
it's ridiculous how much money that game still makes.
The skins here, the battle pass, the
I mean,
events.
like today I went to GameStop to pick up a few things, and there was a kid in front of me. He was with like his mom, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I want you to buy me a keyboard." And so, and they're like, "Oh, what are you playing on?" And he's like, "Well, I want to play it on PS5 with a keyboard that's compatible." And they're like, "Oh, what do you want to play?" And he's like, "Fortnite." Because
My
the kid
God, dude, Fortnite really?
But he was just like, I want to say the kid was like 7 years old, and he was just like, I
Hey,
want
man.
a keyboard for the PS5, so I
The
have
fact that a kid
Fortnite.
wants to play in the master race is amazing.
Right, but he's using a PS5 on a keyboard.
You
I mean,
could do that.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. But that's why he was getting it, because he was just like, I don't have a PC, but I want to play on mouse and keyboard. So
He's so young already realized the truth.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Keyboard.
You hear that, Ray? You hear that, Ray?
I'm pretty sure he's saying he's influenced.
PC streamers and
Oh, most
They
likely,
use-
yeah.
Kitty Houston? Kitty Houston?
What?
Oh, nothing. I said, what did you say in Spanish?
I didn't say anything in Spanish.
No. I'm talking to Josh. He's like, oh, you say you heard that, right? And then whatever.
You weren't paying attention. That's nice.
Well, yeah. So yeah, I kind of interrupted here, kind of going back to that last story a little bit. So I was looking up this extra graphics card. I don't know why I didn't put it in the slides, but it's the Big Island suite of graphics cards. It's coming out. They're all coming out of China, and apparently they're pretty competitive with NVIDIA AMD graphics cards. So we don't know the price yet, but they said they're about to mass
You
produce
mean to
it.
tell me China's gonna make their own original shit from now on?
We'll see about that.
Sorry, a long time ago.
We gotta double check the work sometimes. You know what I mean? But yeah, looking pretty good.
Nope.
I can't wait till Unreal 5 to come out. That thing gonna be a beast.
Yep. Now imagine if Sony bought Epic Games.
Nah, they ain't got the cash for that.
Nope.
What about
All the
Microsoft?
money Epic recently made, nah, they
Yeah,
and also Epic is private, so
But they also lost.
Screen stuff.
this will get a loss, but I doubt it. They're private. If they ever needed money, they'll just go public.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think Tim Sweeney gonna want that though. You know. But,
I don't know. He like, this is my shit.
yeah, yeah.
My shit only.
And as long as he has it, he can just slap people up.
Mhm. And he just keep making these deals with these companies, so it's like,
Yeah, he keep making deals that lose money.
I wonder if Epic Games gonna make a better game.
no, I don't mean like
Better
game deals, like the Sony deals, obviously.
Oh, you mean like for Fortnite and all that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they lost all this money, but yeah, but they got money coming in.
That's true, and I guess marketing costs money sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes.
No, I mean like losing money costs, not
Yeah.
not just pay for it. Yeah,
Like you can tell people to go buy your shit, spend $20, but they ain't gonna go buy your shit.
Never.
You just spent $20, you're not getting that back ever. So
yep.
yeah. But that's Fortnite. That's Epic Games.
That's
I'm not gonna
Epic
lie, I thought it
Games.
was gonna be another Epic Games. There's an Apple slide. Not gonna lie to you.
I thought it was gonna be another game for it.
Right now they're just in it. That's kind of it.
Mhm.
They're just around.
Okay, so let's move on.
Going on to the PlayStation 5 because they got some new updates that should have been there since the fucking beginning. But I mean, what is game without late patches? So,
what do you think about it? The update.
So the game storage and compatibility, external USB drives are now a thing, so you can use external hard drives.
Better be.
Crossplay share between PS4 and PS5 is a thing now. 1080p resolution for 120 hertz. With PC monitors, automatic switch to non-HDR or SDR games or videos. Games, big menu changes, and pre-download updates and whatnot. So, guys, those are the new changes.
Wow, just amazing.
In the box.
It should be that in the beginning of the goddamn.
Beginning, so
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like you can tell, like this is what I'm saying. This console was not designed to be out this early. Like they did this to meet Microsoft early.
Yeah, because they saw the X and S. They was like, fuck.
Yeah, yeah, because you take a look at this. I mean, a lot of this is real basic. Like it looks like if it wasn't for this pandemic and Microsoft aggressively placing the release date of the Xbox, Sony was about to give you some BS. I mean, crossplay between PS4 and PS5 users. That's the update. Like, oh man, like they're about to completely screw over people who bought the PlayStation 4. They're just about to F you, you're done. Like, but because of the pandemic and all the scalpers and no one being able to find it, they had to patch this in, or they could have lost it. Yeah. So it's like that's amazing. And then did they ever get the SSD slot working?
The game storage compatible external USB store. Yeah.
USB storage
that's right. The first one, so you can connect the M2 drive to it now.
Okay, yeah. See, but come on, how are you gonna have a slot that doesn't work? Like, come on, man. Like, can you imagine? Like, here's a new iPhone, you can't charge it yet, though. Like,
they were even selling you those external hard drive SSD, and you couldn't even use it because it didn't work.
Wow. Yeah, and then on top of that, automatic switch to non-HDR on SDR content. Come on, man.
Like, so you could even buy like a third-party external hard drive and use it?
No. It had no additional storage. Whatever you got is what you got.
Which was weird because, like, I know on certain games, like when you download them from like the PS, the free games you get every month, right?
Yeah.
So they, when you download them, they even have where like, oh, you can download it, and if you don't have the storage, you could store it in the cloud. And then like whenever you do have the storage, then you could just download it into your whatever.
Bro, I'm not.
You're doing
that's bad work, yo.
I'm about to start skipping generations on here because it's like, it's like the PlayStation 4 sells 100 million units, over 100 million units, so they start being stupid. Like, and then it's like the Wii sells over 100 million units. Nintendo starts being stupid. I'm about to do like whatever console sells the best. I'm gonna just skip the next generation of that console, like because they're just gonna start being this. It's no way you can look at this list and tell me that this shouldn't have been included. This is not even complicated stuff. This is the basics. Like your TV has this built into it.
Yeah,
like it's crazy. Like
it's like remember when the Wii came out? The Wii had messaging.
Yeah.
It had news updates.
Yep.
It had the Miiverse. No. That was the 3DS, right?
Yeah, it had the Miiverse.
Yeah.
I don't remember having Miiverse.
It had Miiverse and it had
the Wii, right?
It did have Miiverse. Yeah, my bad. It did have Miiverse. Yeah, had the Miiverse. It had all these features. You could direct message a player, a person with just once you're on their friends list, right? Mm-hmm. Then you come to the Wii U, and they removed some features that the Wii had, but they added them back on eventually, right? Now there are features that the Wii had that the Switch doesn't have.
Yeah, I mean, they when it came to the Wii U,
how did you fuck that up?
Oh man, that's the thing, man. It's like it's like they get up there and they're like, oh, we got this. It's like you struggled for like the PlayStation 3 struggled. You know what I'm saying? The PlayStation 4 was a success. The Wii U struggled. The Switch is a success. And then the Xbox 360 was successful. And they come out with the One. It's like the 360 was successful. The One was trash. Well, the One wasn't bad, but like the
was
rollout
trash at
of it,
first.
right? It was trash at first.
And
The
then
Wii-
Phil Spencer came and saved that ass.
The Wii was great. The Wii U was trash.
That
The,
was
the
trash.
PlayStation 3 was trash. The PlayStation 4 is good. It's like, why does it always have
Well,
to be alternating like that?
PS3 was trash at the beginning, but they did pick up
Well, it still had a lot of technical issues that the PlayStation 3 had. A lot of them they didn't fix.
because they did get cocky with the PS2.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
that's why when the PS3 came out in the beginning, they struggled because of that price, and it
Yep.
just didn't meet. It just wasn't better than Xbox, and their ports were garbage, like
The
hot garbage.
PlayStation 1 was decent. The PlayStation 2 was amazing. The PlayStation 3 was not. The PlayStation 4 was great. The PlayStation 5 was not. Well, we don't know yet.
You don't
So
know yet, but-
right. So we don't know yet. But the way they're rolling it out, it just makes it seem like they're about to shoot themselves in the foot
It's looking
again.
like the Switch 2 is about to be garbage.
Yeah, like it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It's the third time they shoot themselves in the foot.
Well,
Nah, it's like-
Nintendo was the 18th time they shot themselves in the foot.
They always shoot themselves in the foot. Like, oh, check this out, right? Let's go back to the Super Nintendo days. They made that Virtual Boy that no one knows about. Yeah, that's down and dead, right? They buried that, and they made sure you don't remember that shit. Then when they made that, when they joined Sony they partnered with Sony to make the Nintendo PlayStation, they pretty much just stabbed them in the back and came out the N64, and Sony came out the PlayStation 1. They literally took their own machine and said, "We're gonna fuck you up with your own shit."
Because they did it because they were like CDs, fuck you in CDs, and they're like, no.
Nah, CDs was the future. Like, and they Sony clearly saw it. Not in the cassettes, but in terms of storage, CDs were the future at that time.
Yeah.
Now you can go back to cartridges because they're just way faster than they used to be.
Oh, what the memory is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the write speeds are faster than
Yeah.
CDs too. So
So Nintendo wasn't wrong. They were just ahead of the time.
Was it CDs or what? Were they like Blu-ray?
no, but the thing is that what happened?
They're
Oh,
CDs.
no, were DVDs.
Not Blu-rays.
No,
Blu-rays
DVDs, yeah.
So the
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
is that they
Yeah,
were
yeah.
ahead of the time, but back in that day, this held more storage than cartridges.
Yeah. No, yeah. It was just CDs or discs.
Oh, CDR.
Wait, it wasn't really a DVD yet.
No, there was CDs.
I hated CDRs, bro.
Well, it's kind of discs. They weren't really
Non-compatible with
CDs.
nothing.
Like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
pseudo DVDs type shit.
but there were some discs where you could pop in and play the soundtrack from some games.
Yes, which was
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
That was nice as fuck. And then like when the GameCube came out, what happened?
And that reminds me of the PlayStation 1 game of Monster Rancher.
Yes.
You were able to put in all the music CDs that you had, and then it would just come out with like a random monster for each CD that you put in.
That's
Okay.
fire.
Yeah.
Then when the GameCube came out, they finally went back to they did the discs, but they shot themselves in the foot by making it fucking tiny.
Yeah.
Oh, the GameCube.
That's why they lost that generation. If they would have regular standard sized discs, they could have won that generation.
Yeah. Yeah, they had the more powerful machine. They had a lot of hype after the 64.
They had the best controller in the
But,
time.
but it's like I said, Ghost 64 was a success. GameCube wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
GameCube wasn't. Wii was.
Yeah.
Wii wasn't. Switch is.
Yeah.
And you're like,
no, that's Twitch us.
that's not out yet.
That's what I never understood why the GameCube wasn't as successful.
It's because of this. This was too.
It's because of the disc.
Because it always goes like this, right? And this is what sucks about it too. Whenever a game console manufacturer fails, that's when they like, oh, we have to make games to bring people to our console. And they make these amazing ass games, but the console is dead, so no one plays them, right? And then by the time they come out with a good console, you're like, oh man, can we get this game back there? Like no one bought the game. It was like, no, people didn't buy the game for the game. They bought the game because they never bought the game because they didn't want that console. That's why like that console is trash. Because like you take a look at like the GameCube, it didn't sell that well. It only sold like 20 million units. But the games on it were like some like the best versions of the games. Like it's ridiculous. Like there's some crowd of people in some way, shape, or form who would look at the GameCube like each major game on that console was the greatest. And that's something you can't say about any other version of the Nintendo's console.
That machine had great third party support, great first party games. Like we got Resident Evil 4, we have Beautiful Joe, Smash Bros. Melee, Double Dash, Mario. The best Mario parties of all time were on that machine. Double Dash, in my opinion, is the best Mario Kart. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. You can debate Melee, Smash Bros, but
Donkey Kong.
It was, Double Dash was the hardest Mario Kart for sure.
it had the most skill. It was really skill based.
The way it was completely different.
Yeah, you had 2 Star Fox games on that machine. You had 2 Metroid games on that machine. You had an F-Zero game on that machine, and you had so much creativity, so much innovation on that machine and after that, just downhill.
Yeah, because they needed to push the machine when they saw how much it was flopping, so that's why they made it. It was just like it would have been like the Wii U, but they put Breath of the Wild on the Switch. So you
Twilight Princess was originally a GameCube game too.
Yeah,
that got ported over to the Wii.
Yep. And that's the thing. Breath of the Wild was ported to the Switch. And so the thing is like then you see the beginning of the next console, like the Wii, what they come out with? Well, Twilight Princess, arguably one of the best Zelda games. Mario Galaxy, the best 3D Mario game.
Hell yeah.
Twilight Princess is a GameCube game.
No, I was saying like going into the Wii, they carried over some of that, we need to make this work attitude. And then they made like some of the best games at the beginning. But by the time the Wii was finished, they were already like, yeah, F this.
And you can tell they still continued their franchise. Like Metroid Prime got a 3rd game plus a trilogy, and a game that we don't talk about. And they get a Star Fox or F-Zero, but that's fine.
But see, that's exactly what I'm saying. Because look, you just take a look at the Zelda games, right? You had Twilight Princess, which is great. And somehow, some way, at the end of the console life cycle, you had Shitward Sword. So it's like how do you like that much change in Nintendo? Like, come on.
We got 2 Mario games in the same generation.
Yeah, you had Mario Galaxy, the best 3D Mario game ever, even better than Odyssey. Then somehow you come out with 3D trash. It's like, how does that work? Like, how do you come up with 3D trash? Like, you follow that up with that? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, some way they're just like, yeah, let's save some money. F creativity. Like, we got this, and then it flops, and then they have to do it again.
You know, the saddest part is that they were saying that 3D World is a part of the mainline 3D Mario games. I was like, no, it's not. Stop. That is a port from that 3DS game that you just reimagined.
It's because it's like I said, man. As soon as they feel that they got it down, they go over there and they start being stupid, and then they lose it, and they're like, "Oh man, we gotta get it back," and the cycle continues over and over. That's why Breath of the Wild was good, because the Wii U was trash. Because the Wii U was trash, Breath of the Wild was good.
They had to comfort it with that one with Zelda.
Look at Mario Kart 8.
Exactly. But when the Wii was good, okay, the Wii U was trash. That's why you know what. That's why they'll come out with the trash.
So now you guys know the next Nintendo console.
It's gonna be trash.
Probably booty. Probably gonna be booty.
Well,
Switch out. Yeah, switch out.
Well, since we're talking about Nintendo, let's transition to the thing.
Oh, Indie World.
Yeah.
I can talk about this. I can talk about this garbage.
Yeah.
Wait, who actually sat down and watched a few hours of this?
I was skimming through it.
Okay, so
I didn't watch the whole thing because
since you skimmed
most of
through
these
it,
I watched the YouTube video.
okay, since Ruben and Josh skimmed through it, can you tell us what we missed?
I'm the only one who watched all of it.
Yeah, I watched all of it.
Okay, Andres and Ruben, enlighten us with what you saw in this live
I mean,
show.
the ones that like really stood out to me was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Secco game.
that's an indie game.
Yeah, they made it.
They both were indie games, and then so
It was what Shredder's Revenge. That's what they call it. Right?
Is it the
Riders
one?
are back.
Does it look like the one from Super Nintendo?
yeah, it's a 6-bit.
Yeah, it looks the same.
Yeah, so like the mechanics are, essentially the same, the side-scrolling fighting game, but like it's really really cool. Like the way like that they did it, and like how like the original was like it's really really cool. Like you don't.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that game gives me nostalgia.
Yeah, it gives you nostalgia, and it just like you want to play it in an arcade cabinet. Like
Yeah, I just want to play an arcade.
That's how good the game looks.
The only one I had problems with Fez, really. I mean,
Which one?
Fez.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, bro, that game is 10-year-old style. Like, just stop.
Yeah, but the one that also really piqued me, like piqued my interest was the Azteca game.
Azteca, the Forgotten Gods.
Yeah, so that one actually
Yeah, that's
like
pretty good.
I like mythology a lot, especially when it comes to like religion and gods and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
really like that. So I mean, this is I think the first game that really delves into the Aztec culture like that, like
Yeah.
where it delves in. I mean, there's games where it has iterations of like,
Yeah.
the snake serpent god and stuff like that, but they don't really delve into like all of the gods, like all the
Yeah,
world
they,
fucking
yeah,
gods, right?
they'll dive into the individual characters, but
You
they
know what I
won't
Right.
love?
the actual
You know what I
lore.
love about the Azteca Forgotten Gods is that you can fight the bosses with your fist, and you have like a Doom fist.
Yeah, I mean, I mean,
Weapon.
you have Hellboy fist with you,
Yeah.
and what they did was just like a cyberpunkish world with Aztec culture in it. So I just thought that was like interesting and like kind of new because it's like mixing the old with the new. So it was something that really piqued my interest, especially since it's a 3D world. Like if you were to tell me this, I would think about it like kind of like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, seeing it like a side scroller instead of like a whole 3D world adventure. So I mean, it looks cool. I won't know until I see more kind of like gameplay because it's kind of like in like its infancy, right? Like
I
we saw
mean,
a lot
if
of
anything,
beta.
if anything, I would buy it just for the fact that it's not Greek and Roman, and
Right.
that's usually what you get is that, and it's like what we were saying about Horizon. Was it Forbidden West? It's always like most of the games about mythology are usually Greek, Roman, or Chinese, sometimes Japanese.
A lot of
And yeah, and I'm just like, like you've seen it all at this point, right? Like you see
Right.
the story, you know what it's based on, and I'm just like, you have like half the world. We see a lot of American culture too, but you see half the world, like from Mexico down into South America, and like none of it gets covered. And I'm just like, all you see is you see like what's the name, Quetzalcoatl every once in a while, but that's about it. And it's just like, and it's
I
like,
mean, you always see that god, like
right,
that's the main god because he looks like a fucking dragon.
right.
Like,
And it's
so,
like,
that's
that's it. But you
yeah.
never really see, or you'll hear about like, oh, Mayan calendar. It's like the most anyone's been exposed to that stuff.
Yep.
Right.
But other than that, it's just like,
And
bro,
Mortal
like,
Kombat.
yeah,
And
it's
Mortal
like,
Kombat had that one character. Forgot his name.
Yeah.
Korkan.
yeah,
Korkan.
he looks like a, and it's one of those things where it's just like, why, like, they have a rich culture, no one ever touches it. Like, if you want something fresh, just go there. Like,
Yeah.
game there.
It was kind of fresh seeing God of War, right? Because it was crossing into Norse mythology. Even though we've seen that in comics and we see that with Thor, right?
Yeah.
But and like we see it in the movies, but we've never really kind of delved into it in video games.
Right. Yeah. You always see Odin, Thor, and Loki.
Right.
That's
And
it.
then so like when they finally like introduced that in God of War, that was like kind of like a new thing where it's just like, oh shit, it's not Roman, it's not Greek, you're going into another world. And then even playing the game, like it shows you like within the story, there are other worlds and with
Right.
other gods and shit like that. So like it only speculated that like in the future, oh shit, he might cross over into the Egyptian realm. Which I mean, that's also been
That's been overkill. Yeah.
theme where also the Egyptian gods, but then like also oh shit, the Japanese gods, which like we've gone into that too. There's like, but there's other worlds. But like,
Well, if you mentioned it, we haven't really seen that many Egyptian gods. You really only see Anubis and Ra. That's kind of it.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen other of the gods, like the crocodile god, which is like the god of the river, or it's between him and the hippopotamus, but they usually use the crocodile. But
I was gonna say like most cultures usually.
It's
Anubis, Ra, and then like the pharaoh, or at least the hat, and that's about it. Yeah,
that or they use constantly Cleopatra.
King Tut, Imhotep. It's the people like that.
Imhotep.
But yeah, so like it's
Or Anubis,
fresh to see like a slew of gods that are Latino, like Latino gods or
Dude,
indigenous gods, right? And so like even that, like we hardly have like, I mean there's characters or like the token characters of like Native American culture,
right.
but like we don't really delve into like the mythology of like the whole slew of Native American culture.
Oh, of course not.
And,
No.
and then so like that, those are sort of like untapped markets and untapped like things that like we can go into, but like no one's touching on that.
Right.
So,
And I think that's another aspect too, is that in the United States we see a decent amount of Native American culture because this is where Native Americans are.
right.
But outside of the United States, a lot of people never even experience that culture. I mean,
well, that and like Canada, you know, because parts of Canada is connected.
yeah. And then yeah, so I think it's like you said, like there's like huge waves of culture in Southern North America, Latin America, and South America that no one ever really talks about, even though it's great and
it never goes to a story about it.
It is just as robust as any other culture. No one really deals with it. I mean, and God help you with the Caribbean, right? like most people, like the first time people was like even exposed to
Caribbean.
Right. It's like that's was just that movie. And then like but other than that, like you never really hear about it besides like the Bermuda Triangle. And now like
even with like African culture, like because they have a whole slew of gods as well. And we know like them like the ones that they always kind of like play on is with like an Anansi the spider. You always see that like in like, you know, shows, and sometimes you see it in children's books. Like you don't know about the other gods. Like there's such a like a slew of gods. Even in Hawaiian culture, like their gods, right?
all they know is Kamehameha.
That and the tikis, right? Like those tikis actually represent gods, but you never hear about like the story about those tikis. So you're just like, all right, well, like, you know, they represent something, but you never kind of touch into it. So and there's like things that you can get into, right? Rocket Power kind of like touched into the Hawaiian culture. But,
yep.
You know,
if the Azteca
Hey, you forgot about that Disney movie.
Juana?
Yes.
Okay,
no,
fair. That's true.
They made I'm saying because they actually made video games of Rocket Power.
Oh, I don't know.
They did?
So I'm like, at least in some way they connected some Hawaiian culture in it, and in the video games realm, right? But that's it. Like other than that, that's about it.
To be honest, if Azteca Forgotten Gods could make more impactful to the story of the history of the Native American and the natives of the Tekken, that story about the gods, that'll be really
specific.
I said Anchor like 5 times today.
Yeah, because
that would be pretty cool if you go more to the story about it.
Yeah.
But man, a lot of they play safe too. So
I don't know.
It's rare when they take the leap because they'll be like, "Oh, that might not sell."
And
that would be pretty cool because it'll be refreshing.
You'll see those links in indie games, and that's where you'll see those links, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Because I didn't like what
if they like come out with a game where you could go back to different civilizations and go through a life.
Game that's called that.
Well, which one? Really? No, but isn't that like a strategy game?
Yeah, it is. But it actually involves our culture.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's not accurate because obviously the Aztecs didn't have tanks, but you can. But it is like, when you do certain things, if they do tell you about the culture of where it came from, and if you care to know, you can actually read about it in the game.
Yeah, but I mean, like going through a whole like walkthrough, almost like Uncharted version of it. Like there's a story to it.
Oh, it'd be like Tomb Raider kind of stuff.
Yeah, Tomb Raider kind of stuff. But you're going through the different civilizations, like World War II, or.
Touch up on it, but it's like more like, oh, we'll summarize a little bit of this, and then, but what's really more important is the artifacts and like how I got there.
Right.
It's not really going into like the culture and like really delving into like
yeah, because like in
religion and stuff like that.
in the last Tomb Raider, what was it called? Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Like
Yeah.
they did talk about the Aztecs.
A little bit.
But it was a lot. But the thing is that the thing about the Aztecs is that he became a god, the sun god, and he had to kill him. So it's just like
Right.
it's like they talked about it, but it was not obviously wasn't realistic.
Right.
Well, let's just move on for the sake of time.
If anyone cares to know, Kamehameha was a king of Hawaii.
Well, there was another game called Skulls that looks like Hollow, but
I was thinking about
Okay.
Goku and
Anyways,
I may not. We got plenty of time. I may not like or be into these little indie directs, but I gotta appreciate that Nintendo's giving love to the indies. So
Oh, for sure.
yeah, I mean, and
That's the
they
cash cow.
give you a whole showcase, right?
Mhm.
Like that's really cool because what other company do you like that's really big like that gives a whole showcase to indies like
Yeah.
that?
I mean, yeah,
Xbox
Nintendo.
on E3 area.
The thing is that Nintendo's not dumb. Okay, you know when a game pops off, they be like, "Yo, remember when we helped you out though? Like,
Yep.
how about you make that a Nintendo exclusive?"
right now, out of the big three, Microsoft, Microsoft and Nintendo are the only ones really like supporting and pushing indies forward. Sony's like, I don't give a fuck. We just want our games.
But the thing is, like, even with like Xbox, right? They don't dedicate showcases like that, and they reserve it for like
Yeah,
they like Game Pass,
Game On. Yeah.
Yeah, the Nintendo is the hardest push. Yeah, Nintendo is the hardest push, and then after that is Microsoft. Because, like Josh said, you can't really underestimate Game Pass. I mean, getting the game into people's hands is big, especially because it's like we say like hundreds of times, right? If you see a game out there, it's indie, costs like $20-$30, you might be on the fence about it. You're not buying it.
Mhm.
You're not buying it. But when you have Game Pass, you download it, they get their money anyway, and what's happening? So
Yeah.
there you go.
And sometimes they'll test it on Game Pass, and if it like it, then they'll go buy the actual copy.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So
So Street Fighter Power Rangers console.
Power Rangers, Power
I'm not gonna lie. Ryu looks good. Chun-Li not so much.
Ryu,
Really? I like
the
Chun-Li's design more than
design?
Ryu's.
Yeah, Rio design. Good.
Ryu just plays like MVC3, which is
No,
nice.
have you seen his gameplay? He
Hell yeah.
plays,
That man
plays
plays.
a little bit more crazier than MVC3.
I know. I'm saying, but like the
Yeah.
style of it is like MVC3.
Oh yeah. There's definitely like hints and styles of MVC3, but that Rio play is like I want to say, shit. There's that one game that I think it was Street Fighter versus that one time.
Namco?
No, the one that starts with the T that has like all those
Tatsunoko?
Tatsunoko
Yeah,
versus
Tatsunoko.
Capcom?
Yeah. He plays like that if you look at it. And then so I was just like, oh shit. Even like when he does the Hadoukens and it comes back like a boomerang, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he looks
fucking badass. Yeah.
Ryu the last keybender.
And you know what? It's crazy because who was to say that the best rendition and gameplay of Ryu will be in a Power Rangers game?
Yeah, that's a hot take right there, my guy. I don't know if I endorse that. Anyway,
I'm not saying as in looks, right? I'm saying as in gameplay. Like the
of
way
course.
the slur of like shit that he can do is insane.
No.
Ryu, right?
No, I'm saying your opinion is cool. I'm just saying that like some people have a different opinion. Man. I'm just saying.
Yeah. But of course, someone's gonna tell me like, no, UMVC3, no, Street Fighter 2 Alpha. Like, all right.
99% of the time they'll say Street Fighter 2.
Yeah. But he was pretty good in Third Strike and Tatsunoko. So.
Yeah, he was.
Tatsunoko, he's crazy.
Yeah, I missed that fucking game, man. Okadas? Oh my god, Okadas is the shit, man.
And like now people they were talking about now that we're seeing them like integrated in Power Rangers, they're saying that maybe that last DLC character is a Power Ranger.
It's a Power Ranger.
Oh, and Street Fighter?
Huh.
Yeah. That it could be.
I mean, it's gonna be if it is, it's gonna be the Green Ranger. That's
but then like I forgot who was talking about it, and they were like, that's a hard no, just because in overseas, licensing for Power Rangers is like a nightmare.
Yeah, it's
And not
Yeah.
just
Seriously?
one person that owns it. It's like so many different entities and companies that own it overseas that it would just be a developmental nightmare trying to just acquire Power Rangers.
true.
So
Yeah, that's crazy.
they were like, probably not because you won't see it overseas.
Yeah.
They
But
could
yeah,
try though. They could try.
They don't need Power Rangers over there. We can get it over here. Fuck them.
but yeah, I'm not a fan of Chun-Li's design. I do appreciate that they tried their hardest to keep it true to the spirit of the characters, but I think Chun-Li's is kind of. It's not like that Fortnite Chun-Li though. That shit was on point.
That bubble though.
We all know why you think it's on point.
That thickness.
But these designs were based on the app game, because of it was that crossover, and they basically put it in into the actual fighting game. So, but I think this is really cool, and
It's different. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool that Capcom's letting their characters get length out like this. I think
it shows Capcom is growing in their fighting division, right? Because then they're, we're talking about Capcom of old, like, man, they weren't just doing nothing. You're like, Street Fighter 4 was boring as shit. Street Fighter 5 only got good after the arcade edition.
Which is crazy because Capcom is known for their fighting games.
Yeah.
Right.
And you have like what, Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 4 Ultimate, Street Fighter 4 Ultimate Deluxe, new Street Fighter 4 Ultimate Deluxe.
All this trash.
And now Street Fighter is getting into a good place, and we're seeing like fun ass characters now. After now with this arcade edition, right? So just like, but that's because it's under new management that we're seeing all these.
That's just the downside of the Street Fighter games. There's always a Street Fighter 1, Street Fighter Ultra, Street Fighter Super. Like, I'm just tired of this shit, man. Right. It just makes me not want to invest.
But again, because that was under old management, but now
they're still doing it though.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 5, yes, they are. Did you not see the roadmap that they leaked?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is because they're still writing. We're gonna concentrate on esports.
Until they went back.
All I need to know is that I need Street Fighter cross Mortal Kombat.
Yes, please.
That would be cool as hell, though.
Okay.
Long way to go, though. That's a long way to go, though.
I need that in my life. No, that could be easy, man, yo. This Ed Boom, he's down to do that shit, bro.
Like, speaking of crossover, for people who see this, all two of you, Metroid, cross Halo, get it out there, okay? Every day. All day.
Josh will love that. Josh will love that shit.
Yo, I tweeted Phil Spencer that shit so many times, bro. I'm like, I get likes and retweets on that shit, but he's not gonna give that thing attention.
Yo, if you get millions on that, he'll probably give it to you.
Do you think it would be a cosmetic, or would you think that the armor would be like a functional armor that you can actually fire off your cannon?
What, in Halo?
No. I'm talking about I want the actual Samus Aran in the game doing stuff. I want her to focus.
Oh, you want her to be
I'm talking about a story. Yeah, like I'm talking story. I'm talking about you merge those universes.
You're asking too much, fam.
The closest you can get to that is a skin.
Look, I'm telling you right now, bro. Like, you take a look at it. Master Chief is being hunted by bounty hunters. Samus is bounty hunter. There you go. Okay, that you couldn't get as close as you are right now.
No, Master Chief's not being hunted anymore because at NF5 he's chilling.
Look, you could just place it between him being hunted and not being hunted.
Flipping. Master Chief is hunting Samus.
Hunting Samus?
Yeah, you can do that too. Yeah.
Like I could only see that not in the main story. I could see that like maybe as a DLC.
DLC update. Yeah.
Yeah, like
I-
you know, like how
We don't care. We just
No,
want
no, the closest we get to that is in Halo Infinite. There's a Samus skin
skin. Yeah, most likely it will be like just cosmetic, and that's it.
with the sound effects and everything.
Oh, now he asking for more. Yeah, he asking for a lot
Well, her Banshee is her shit.
Or
of that.
yo, Fortnite, put Samus in. Get it from Samus.
You know, definitely dude, that's not even a surprise if they get Samus. Like at this point, like I'm not surprised any character.
I need Captain Falcon and Fortnite ready to clap people.
Nah, son, I need Luigi in there with a gat. Lay down people just.
Yo, now that you're saying that, you can have how they do the dances. You can have Luigi doing that meme dance.
Yeah.
No, that's
Every time he shoots his sound, it's the sound of the coin block. Every time he shoots
Cling.
and then you can even have it so like every time he shoots, some coins pop out.
They even have that
so much
in
work.
Borderlands 3. There's you can get guns acquired, and they have a fireball gun. And every time that it throws out the fireballs, it's actually like Super Mario fireballs. And every time that you shoot it, it goes it does the sound effect of the fireball in Super Mario.
Yeah,
Everyone, want to do me a favor? Can you cut Ray's camera off? Thanks.
Ray, Ray, you have to wake up, Ray. You like Lily.
Just cut his camera off, man. Just cut
But
his
it's so
camera off.
cozy here.
It's distracting. Go ahead, keep talking, Andres.
No, but yeah, no, they did that in Borderlands, and so I mean you can do that in that game and Fortnite as well. It's just like how fire flower gun.
Man, yo, if I get a Halo Cross Metro, bro, I can die in peace.
Like, you have your memory all
Look, they need to stop playing. Get people on the new management. They need to take that was it Retro, right? They need to take that talent that they got from Crystal Dynamics. They need to make a Metroid game that's like Tomb Raider.
Yo, they got the staff. People from Retro Studios 1 2 3 4 3.
That too, yeah. So they said there's no better chance of making this than right this moment. Okay, like this is the moment.
And Nintendo and Microsoft have really been buddies lately. So
Yeah.
there's actually been
Yeah,
talks.
I'm surprised. They would do it like what? Nintendo crossover?
There's been talks that Microsoft's gonna put Game Pass on the Switch.
Bro, like it would be the biggest news since a console drop. Okay, for Nintendo to any IP.
Yeah, this will be the biggest game in video game history.
Like the crossover during a time of crossovers.
You know how much hype that game will have? Oh my god!
That's what I said. Like it'd be legendary.
A wake up call for Fortnite, though. That's for sure.
But for
Fortnite's probably the biggest crossover game of all time.
The only people that they can, the only one studio they can give it to is like Josh said, 343. They're the only studio who know both Halo and Metro.
They do, but I kind of don't trust 343 anymore because they've been fucking up Halo for the past. Like,
didn't they make Halo 4?
I know. I like Halo 4. I'm just talking about like Infinite. They're fucking that up, bro. Like they.
Yo,
Halo 5. I like Halo 5. But it did have its issues, especially that god awful ass story that they gave us. Like, yeah, like look. I'm a fan of Halo 4. I'll tolerate Halo 5, but after that, Halo Infinite, if this game is not good, they need to give that shit to somebody else.
I mean, even in 5, like I couldn't stand the story, but at least for me, the multiplayer was fun. Like
the multiplayer was decent. I like the multiplayer.
For me, that was its only saving grace.
Yeah, the multiplayer was great. I like the movement and everything. People didn't like that because they're like, oh, it's too much Call of Duty, but you need change at the end of the day to keep the game fresh. But that campaign was god awful. Like that.
Well, at least the multiplayer
they pretty much said, you want a story?
Just little bit of figure to it, but like, nah, bro. You get the multiplayer and that's it.
Like, when they advertise, it's gonna be this big ass brawl between Master Chief and Locke. They have one fight, and that all you got was a cracks visor. That's it. I was like, that's all you gonna give me? Or they're like, to be continued. I'm like, oh, y'all go fuck yourself.
All right, let's get to Resident Evil 8 Village.
That was a lot of shit for
it's just one thing I find weird about Resident Evil now. They completely changed how what Resident Evil is now. Because before, monsters were like created with the virus. Now it's just they're just out there.
Well, no.
Uh,
So if
It's
you
a
pay
custom build,
attention to the stream, there's like a tomb, and on the tomb they have like different coat of arms. In the middle of the coat of arms is the umbrella logo. So umbrella still has something to do with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
I was skipping through it through the presentation because they're talking. It's just boring as fuck.
Oh yeah, but like I mean the I mean when you saw that gameplay stream where
Yeah.
they were just showing the whole gameplay, I mean you saw that like they're just like it looks like just like a stone, and then like the stone had like different logos, like different coat of arms, and then in the dead center had the umbrella logo.
Can umbrella just die? Yo? Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I know for Ruben, I heard that this was the Dead by Daylight.
event, and they're gonna come out with a new killer. It's gonna be
Wow.
Mr. X, or it's gonna be that Nemesis
Sorry.
one.
You think it's gonna be Nemesis?
I think it'll be Nemesis.
I think it will be more Mr. X, to be honest. Than
It'll be
Nemesis.
well, I think it's gonna be Nemesis. Nemesis is more iconic than X.
It's up to the Daylight and how they can do
Yo,
it.
when you
I
think
think Mr. X is too slow.
think about it, like when you think Resident Evil Titan,
Never mind.
people think about Nemesis,
yeah, but look,
not X.
and
And,
for the,
and Nemesis has been in more mediums than X has.
but look, if
It's gonna be
Dead
it's gonna be Dimitrescu.
if Dead by Daylight capitalizes this contract, it's gonna make 3 more killers for just Resident Evil, and that would just save the entire cycle of Dead by Daylight.
Oh, you think Dead by Daylight is back now? What?
If they make the event Resident Evil event good, yeah.
Okay, what if it's Wesker's with the power up?
Nah, that's broken. They got no chance, bro. They just
No, I thought I want to do it.
they would
But-
stand no chance. No, Wesker with X Factor.
It's gonna be one zombie.
That's disrespectful to that. Nah. If they don't capitalize, that doesn't capitalize with the bosses from Resident Evil, that would be a big what.
Yeah, it probably would be Nemesis though. Nemesis is actually scary. Mr. X not so much.
But I don't.
Nemesis, the thing about Nemesis is that he actually thinks.
Yeah,
Like, I think is he?
he's more. He does, but
Very slow.
He's slow, and he's not as smart as Nemesis.
Okay.
Yeah, but I won't be
Oh,
surprised.
well, Nemesis is of every way upgrade from X.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, and he's
That makes
supposed to be like a soldier, so he's very tactical.
Right.
Yeah, I won't be surprised if they make skins just to get Mr. X on it, like they do in Dead by Daylight. But it's just gonna be Nemesis.
You know damn well when it goes to PC, just dig mod central.
But then again, I can't see if it's because Leon was Mr. X, right?
No, Leon is Nemesis.
Oh, okay, then it's gonna be Nemesis then, because Leon is the most iconic Resident Evil character.
Actually, wait, no. Leon is X. My bad.
Okay, and Claire
Jill is Nemesis.
is Mr. X.
Yeah, because they were both in the same game.
Okay, this is gonna be Mr. X because Leon is the most iconic. Resident Evil character.
Yeah, but people know that's Nemesis more than they do X.
You're right, but I think that because Leon is Leon, like if you say who's the Resident Evil character, most people say either Claire or Leon, and they're all both from the same game. So I think they're gonna put their bad guy with them.
Well, nowadays I don't even think you'll get Claire. You'll get Leon or Chris.
Yeah, you'll get Leon for sure.
Or Chris. I don't think you'll get Claire.
Yeah, you can get Chris, but I think that's why because it's like because Chris's main enemy was like what Wesker.
Yeah.
Scared, yeah.
Maybe Wesker's not gonna be that guy. I mean, if he is, good luck.
That would be broken. Yeah, that would be super broken.
Good luck while he just take your teeth off for 5 minutes.
He's gonna clap everybody.
Yeah.
Wesker's been hiding under homegirl's wet dress.
Right. But even that, but also Resident Evil was capitalized on BHR. If I remember, what was the address? The Resident Evil 4?
Resident Evil 4 VR.
Oh yeah.
BHR.
I don't care about that.
But
I kind of like the idea because I was like, oh
I'm
shit, this-
okay with VR games.
right.
With games that are made for
they're not
VR.
VR.
I don't like games that are adapted to VR.
But
Right.
you know what? I
I could agree with
yeah,
that.
I agree to that, but sometimes there are exceptions. Like that Resident Evil 4 actually looks interesting as a VR. like
I
going
just
back
want
to
Resident
how
Evil remaster
the world. I mean,
remake.
right,
I want a
right, right.
Resident Evil 4 remake. I don't care about OVO. I want a remake.
But I'm thinking
No,
Oh man, you know it's coming.
right.
Yeah,
But I
come
give
on,
it to you.
man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it's coming.
The VR is probably fun. It probably is fun to
Yeah,
play. I
no,
like
but
I like
to
VR
me,
experiences.
right.
Like,
To me,
is they-
like that. My only like toe into like Resident Evil has been Resident Evil 4, and it's probably my most favorite Resident Evil game out of all of them.
For most.
Like just to like experience Resident Evil 4 in a different way. It's just like, oh, cool. Like that's and it just intrigues
Hey,
me more than
you have
yeah,
GameCube,
I'll tell you is
Wii.
that. Yeah, I'll tell you that the Resident Evil 4 remake probably next year or the year after for sure. If they already have one for VR, they definitely have one remade already. Especially if that's the most popular one. Like it's like for sure.
yeah. I mean, just to me, the only downside for me is it's on the fucking Oculus.
Yeah, that's the Oculus, bro.
Downside for me. It's just like, yeah, the Oculus is $300, but I'm just like, no,
Yeah.
I don't want to sign into Facebook.
Well,
Yeah, you
the-
have to sign into Facebook.
Like,
Yeah, that shit nasty, dude.
look, the only one thing that I want from Dead by Daylight is to put a gun on the motherfucker in the fucking game. That's all I want. If they put a gun on Dead by Daylight,
Clap him from a distance.
hell yeah, I'll be back at Dead by Daylight for
But
sure.
that wouldn't even make sense because remember the person controlling them are gods, and they were already dead.
Nah, it doesn't matter. You can stun a little. Unless, like, give me, like, some type gun. Stun gun. I'll take that. Anything like that.
Oh, that's
Another
the purpose of Dead by Daylight. They're being the monsters are controlled by gods.
No, it's controlled by one god.
it's
Yeah,
the
it's the entity. Yeah,
entity. And then the entity takes control over all the monsters and
Yeah.
also survivors. So it creates their own universe. That's what it is.
yeah, essentially.
Interesting. That's what's
Yeah.
up.
And there's
You think they ever put a xenomorph in there?
yeah, they can.
Yeah, they can.
They could put a predator too if you want to.
No.
I gotta see the predator. That shit, bro. If I-
Each predator
Is he
has
like
guns.
Xenomorph?
No.
Not-
I mean, the predator should be invisible, and that's
yeah,
it.
get invisible like the rate and make it like double
And,
speed.
and he has guns. So I was like,
Yeah, like it's not gonna
Oh,
work
shit.
out, bro.
all right.
No, for xenomorph, yeah.
And he has thermal vision.
And we also have another thing for Resident Evil is the series on Netflix, Resident Evil Infinite Darkness.
That thing look like hot trash. We can move on.
But it's still Resident Evil, dude. The trailer came
Man,
out.
that animation is so booty. It's like, bro, you could have tried harder with that, man.
You know
The
what?
game is better than that fucking TV show.
That CGI kind of reminds me of like CGI like in the early 2000s.
Where it was like dropping frames and shit,
No, you know what?
Not only that, but like the cell animation and stuff like that. It just
like
it
Max
reminded me-
Steel.
No, you know.
Yeah, kind of not that bad. but
Oh,
it
okay.
reminded me of,
I'll give you an example. You know the very first few CGI Resident Evil movies? We was like, damn, these movies would look better if the animation was better.
Yeah,
Right.
It looked like that. This is
To
that
me, it kind of looked like because some of the like when they look at you like they're in front of their face like it's kind of flat. So like
so kind of you mean like what was that shit called? The Flowbots music video, where it's like 20 frames a second.
it reminds me of Final Fantasy Advent Children because like their faces were kind of lost. Even though
yeah,
like
but
the
Advent
CGI
Children has
was
better
cool.
graphics than this.
Right. But I'm saying like in the way that because that shit was early 2000s. So like all of like the characters are kind of washed and
Advent
monotone and
Children
like
was
they're not showing a lot of expression in their face. It's just like I was
Oh, I
like,
see what you mean. It's like very like.
Well, okay, so you're saying like the spirits
Oh.
within.
right,
Oh, yeah.
right.
Okay, yeah, that was booty. Yeah.
Yeah, we can go.
So let's move on to this one that's news to me.
So wait, so for sure, 'cause I know I saw the trailer. It's Igloo. Chris is a werewolf. I like it.
Chris Redfield, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's dying. He definitely dying.
Are they gonna Kratos his ass?
I think he's definitely gonna die in this movie.
Silver Bullet.
You know what we didn't talk about. Are we moving on to another subject then?
Right now, we're going to Bioshock.
I mean, I wanted to, but if it's about Resident Evil, go ahead.
Ruben talk about it, but there's now that new mini game mode in Resident Evil, which is Mercenaries.
Oh, the arcade.
Coming back. Yeah.
Wait, Mercenaries has been in the game for a minute.
No.
Oh, it's
Well,
back.
Yeah, it's back now. It's back.
for Village.
Yeah,
Okay.
it looks really good.
Yo,
And it looks
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
No, now you have skills, bro.
What they showed was actually looked good.
Yeah.
It looked fun to play, and it was fast paced. So
Yo,
and the
Like
thing
that-
you can do
I agree. I understand what you're saying, but remember, okay, the Division looked good. Killzone 3 looked good. Only to find out that it really wasn't.
But now in Mercenaries they're
Oh, the
showing
Killzone.
that you can unlock attributes.
3, right?
skills. Yeah,
Yeah, they're
Really?
well,
that's
they're more
nice.
attributes.
RPG, like RPG.
yeah. It's movement speed, damage boost, and I think
Defense boost and I
What's
think like accuracy with the gun or something like
no.
that.
It was what you call it? Block thing.
Oh, block. Well, that's what I'm saying. The defense. That's the defense
Hopefully it's
boost.
good because the last good
It's called
American
counter. It is counter. Like
Resident Evil 5 had
counter
probably,
damage moves.
Resident Evil 5 had probably the best Mercenaries mode, so hopefully
Yeah,
it's
we'll
probably
see.
as good as that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can go on to the next story.
But again, that's just now something new. Well, added because in 5, I think. Well, even in the previous renditions, they would charge you extra for mercenaries. That is now just included with the game.
Resident Evil 5 they didn't charge you for that. That was built into the game.
Well, yeah, but
Even 6.
there was I forgot which one that they charge you for mercenaries on a DLC because it wasn't part of the game. I forgot which one.
It was probably a standalone thing because 6 had it. 6 was just garbage.
I can't look it up, but yeah,
It
I know
was
there was
probably
one where
they did make a mercenary standalone thing. It was probably that.
Yeah, I know, but there was. I remember there was one where it was apart from the main game, and they charged you as like a DLC.
I don't know which
So,
one was that one.
Yeah, I have to look it up, but
Okay.
yeah. So, but now this is just like part of the game. It's free. So
Cool. It should be. All right. So BioShock 4.
Open world.
Took you by surprise, Ken? Why? What's up?
It was one. The last BioShock was 2011.
Hell yeah.
2, and 2. I thought it was so far away from what the BioShock was. I thought that was going to be the last one. Yeah, because if you played BioShock 1 through 4 was obviously the black sheep. Like it didn't. It was nothing like the other 3.
Yeah.
1 through 3.
What do you mean?
Those 3 BioShock games.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, it's 4 BioShock.
BioShock Infinite.
1, 2, and then 2. My bad.
2.
Yeah, because this is the 4th one. If you play BioShock 1 through 3, the 3rd one was clearly the black sheep.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
And so like you just never really like you're like, oh, I guess this is it. They went in a whole other direction. They did what they wanted. It was critically acclaimed. It sold really well, and then you never heard about it again after that. 2012, 2013, and it was over.
That's true.
So now when they're saying, here's another BioShock, I'm just like, what's making them revisit this franchise after so long? It's been 10 years.
Kind of safe to side with open world though.
I mean,
because I mean they're
It's kind of hard
for me when I heard open world, to me it was like Borderlands 3. Like it's a pretty fucking like big ass map where it kind of makes you feel like open world.
Think
So
about it, right?
to me when I heard that this is the next one was going to be an open world, I was like, well, of course, because they already did it with Borderlands 3.
yeah.
But BioShock, if it takes place underwater, can you really make that shit open world?
I mean, unless you have like
I mean, it's.
like
I mean, if anything, BioShock Infinite shows you that can take place anywhere. I mean, they pretty much said that BioShock 1 and 2 were underwater, BioShock 3 or Infinite was in the sky, and then from there they said, hey, there's infinite universes. Yeah, they're just like, hey, there's infinite universes. There's millions of different BioShocks, millions of different Elizabeths. They could put it anywhere. Yeah, like
How they're gonna do that?
yeah, they can have all 3 and be like, hey, man, this is universe.
You're gonna have cameo little Easter eggs when you visit the old school.
Most likely, yeah. Of course, you're gonna probably see the iconic was the Little Sisters and Big Daddies.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're gonna probably see Elizabeth in there. Yeah, you probably see Elizabeth splashed in there somewhere. It's like I think, of course, but the thing is, like at this point, who really is this? Can this game get hype after so long? That's the question.
That
That's the
depends.
thing. I mean, I know there's a loyal fan base for Bioshock. I mean, to the point where I know because they keep taking out merch and people keep buying the merch because there is a loyal fan base out there.
Yeah.
Whether people will come out in droves to buy the game is another thing.
Yeah, because I just look at it, I'm just like, the last one satisfied everybody, you know.
That's my
And
favorite one.
Yeah.
you can't really say it didn't give you anything. It was great. Like the game was great, and so it's just
I played
like
it twice.
right. And so I'm just like, if the game was that good, you know, are people really gonna be like, hey, you know, let's get the fourth one. It's gonna be amazing. Like, will they want a continuation? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it might not even be a continuation. But that's what a lot of people are gonna think because it's gonna be number 4, right? So a lot of people will they even think in that way? Like, hey, this game needs a continuation, or will it just be nice? Kind of like Toy Story 4.
Yeah.
Whereas like it didn't really need it, but you know, it was nice.
I think they're just making this to like end the saga. I believe.
That's the thing. Like,
I think this will be
They
the
technically
end.
ended the saga.
right? They killed the main character.
But I don't know what.
And this would be like kind of like a revival of this.
Yeah,
Right.
revival. Yeah,
Probably new generation and shit. You know.
I think they're trying to appeal to the new generation.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they kind of like they said they hammered the story. You know, they even kind of said it at the end, like, "Hey, the main character, because of you, this is how this all starts. If we kill you, all this ends." They killed him. Game ends, and no spoilers because the game came out 10 years ago.
No spoilers. All spoilers. They had 10 years to play this fucking game.
Yeah, and so it's like,
you want to know what happened in Bioshock Infinite? Tell them, okay?
They killed the main character.
Yeah.
Why though?
Oh, because he was he started the war in I forgot the city. By the way, he founded the city in the sky after he found religion, found the city in the sky, oppressed people. You know, tried to take over the world using Elizabeth's time powers that he got from getting the baby from another of the main character. And so now
this whole time you were playing as him, trying to figure out.
You're playing as a different dimension of him.
Yeah, and trying to figure out who was the one to cause of this, and it turns out it was you.
Right, and so they killed you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
So it was like
that was a huge twist back then too.
Yeah, that's a really good twist.
It was, yeah, especially when you saw the seventh Elizabeth, like, oh,
yeah, I was really surprised how they.
As soon as I saw it, he's like, "Do you really want this to end?" I was like, "Oh shit!"
They're about to kill your ass, like, yo,
yeah,
about to kill you, shoot you.
But yeah, I mean, it's what it is.
That game looks damn good at 4K too.
Oh, of course, the game aged well because the community of the game aged really well. But yeah, I don't. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is a good idea. To be honest, I think they should just make a whole new
Bioshock game.
Not Bioshock. I think they just make a whole new franchise. Don't give it to Bioshock name.
I think they want to expand the universe.
Maybe,
yeah, but I think to be honest, I think they took too long. If it was 5 years, I'd be like, all right, but 10, and then by the time this game comes out, it's probably gonna be like another 3 or 4.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I'm just like, 15 years after the fact, I don't know. Like,
so are you trying to say that Bioshock is dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I think this.
Yeah, it died with the 7th gen.
Yeah.
Remember when they tried a Bioshock multiplayer?
Yikes! Horrible.
That was a travesty.
Let's move on with Bioshock.
Since we talk about dead games, so F-Zero franchise. Do y'all think it's dead?
That thing is dead.
Well, it is dead, but they tried to bring it back.
No,
I don't want to hear about try.
No, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we had 16 years to bring it back. Oops, we didn't care no more.
No, it's not that. It's just that they went to the developer of Twisted Metal to make the game for the Wii U, which, like I said, when the console is trash, this is where the creativity comes out, right? So,
yeah.
They went to the creator of Twisted Metal.
No, was it Twisted Metal or was it Criterion Games?
It was Criterion. They don't make. What was it? What did they make then?
They make Burnout.
There you go, Burnout. They went to the people who made the Burnout games to make the new F-Zero games, but they turned them down, and so from there they didn't scrap it; they just put it on the back.
All the things that we need a new idea how to make this game.
You don't need a new idea. Just it's a
That's
racing
what I
game.
say. You don't need it. That's what I said. Oh, we need a brand new.
Well, and they did release F-Zero and Mario Kart 8.
Yes, like they do.
That's it. That's all I care.
Nintendo does acknowledge that F-Zero exists. They have, but like it's
Well,
like
you no love to it.
you don't have to do much with F-Zero. Just make GX, but modernize it. That's it.
Just make a hard ass racing game.
Like, it's not that serious. That we don't have an idea. What are you gonna do? You gonna add items like Mario Kart? No, people just want to race real fast.
Yeah,
Customize their cars.
the feeling of it. But they're not gonna do that.
Like,
I mean,
But they make it for like a brand new story of it. That's it. That's what they're saying.
you don't need a story. You don't need a story.
I feel happy for it, but
That's what they're saying.
That game is gonna do well no matter what, because there's hardly any hardly any AAA racing games, right, for the Switch, right?
Mario
So-
Kart
Mario Kart.
I said hardly. I didn't say there was none.
8. I mean, you holy what?
But that's what I'm saying. You hardly have any AAA racing games for the Switch. And then not only that, there's been so many different spin-offs or people that are inspired by F-Zero that have done their games and people are playing it, like Wipeout, for instance. And and those people are playing those games because they don't have F-Zero. It's just like,
I mean, I see what you said, but I think you're right in that aspect. But the reason why I don't think the game's gonna sell well is because they kind of already skipped the generation. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because it's like,
if we were talking about Wii U, I would totally agree with you. But because
the reason I say that is because it's like, as great as the GameCube was, the games F-Zero on the GameCube didn't sell that well. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't sell that well. And so, like, the numbers that it hit back then, if it hit it today, it would be absolutely terrible. Right. And so the numbers back then are essentially how many fans it had, right?
I mean, you could say the same thing for the Wii U, right? Like, all the games that they sold didn't do so well, but once they ported it to Switch,
no, but the game, right? No, but the thing is, the games on the Wii U that sold well on Switch, like Mario Kart 8.
That's why I said again. But you could also play devil's advocate, and the games that didn't sell well,
and we also
amazing on the Switch.
But the thing is, at the same time, it's not really a fair comparison because we're talking about 20 years ago. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
but that's the thing, Ken, is that you made the comparison saying that F-Zero didn't sell well in the GameCube.
Right.
But it sell on the Switch now.
Because it's 20 years old. That's why. Like, that's why.
That's the thing.
You're right. You're right. We are in a pandemic, but
the highest selling fucking console right now.
No, I get what you're saying. It's just that
what they need is a test. Re-release GX for the Switch, remaster it.
See how many
people make a brand new one.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think it's gonna do that well.
Because people saying like,
you could anything could do well with amazing marketing.
This one Nintendo says we don't want to pick it up. It's there, it's not there, but we don't want to pick it up. That's it.
And damn well there's gonna be like the streamers who are like the Nintendo fanboys that are gonna hype this game up. Oh my god, F-Zero, and you're gonna see all the reactions on YouTube, and then people are gonna
one thing I can say why this game might not sell is that F-Zero is a hard fucking game. And now, and in this generation of gamers,
nobody would nobody would.
They won't even get past the first fucking first map, bro.
They wouldn't pass the first lap.
See gamers trying to do 360 scope snipes on fucking Call of Duty.
Yeah, I think
it's 5 years old.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I think the title has lost its pull. Because it's like now, we played it, kids. We're not kids anymore. We're almost middle-aged adults. This is like it skipped such a huge gap that it's no way it's gonna pull the same out.
There's still
but
see the thing, it's like there's also still a presence there, and that's with Smash Brothers. And then so you still have that, which is not a lot, right? You only have one representative, but it's still a presence, right? So you're still having that exposure, even with the young crowd that are still playing Smash Brothers, who's saying, "Who the fuck is Captain Falcon?" And oh, he's from F-Zero again. And you're gonna see damn well when they release a trailer for that game, you're damn well gonna see all the reactions on YouTube. You know damn well kids are so impressionable, especially with YouTubers that are big.
But come on, Andre. It's like reaction YouTube don't mean anything.
You swear like they're not gonna buy the game.
But think about it. Reaction on YouTube doesn't mean anything. We saw that with Pokemon Sword and Shield. Everyone hated it. Yeah, it's about to become the second best selling Pokemon game of all time.
But it did mean something because of those hate videos, it brought more attention to the game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But did it?
Yeah, it did.
And it did. I mean, you see that in the reflection on the sales.
Because what I think, but all I'm saying is there 22 million dislikes on that channel.
The thing is like
I
it's not just
don't care.
You can
the whole
say
thing out
that,
It's
but it
not
doesn't
just
reflect
YouTube.
that on sales.
Hold on. It's not just YouTube. It's social media as a whole.
Right.
So if it's hated on one thing, it's gonna be talked in another platform, another platform,
Yeah.
another platform, another platform.
But the thing is
It-
that the thing is it's still hate, and that hate didn't translate.
hate does not matter.
You know what? Because
Call of Duty.
Because what I'm saying is like I'm saying how many games did people say, "Hey, we want this," and they come out with it and it got nowhere. You know that's happened.
It's
but-
happened.
which has happened, right?
The
But the
only
thing is,
time hate as mattered was Metro Blast Ball. Federation dog shit.
Man, you hate that
One
card.
time it mattered because that game flopped to the infinity.
But again, you have to also remember, Ken, it's fucking Pokemon, right? Like there's
Yeah,
gonna be
Yeah,
like
but that's-
massive amounts of hate, whether they change something or not, or whether they
of course,
go
but
in one direction or not.
but
right?
I think that's the point I'm making, right? That's Pokemon. That's
Right.
Animal Crossing. That's
Right.
Mario Kart. These games have been consistently put out for the last 30 years.
I think
F-Zero hasn't had a game in 2 decades.
because that happened with Metroid too. Like Metroid skipped the generation back in the 90s, and then they came out with Metroid Prime, and it brought a new level of fans to that game. Yeah, a new audience to that game. That Nintendo gave up on Metroid. Like they always give up on that fucking series. Look at now.
But also, I'll give you the prime fucking example. Remember when that whole fucking rumor started about
Star Fox GX.
or whatever the fuck racing game was?
Yeah.
And,
Oh,
and
yeah.
people, how much hype did that shit get? Fucking IGN covered that shit. GameSpot covered that shit. Fucking YouTubers, streamers, everyone got hyped over the fucking news. Everyone until fucking what was it? Jason Schreier came out and was like, "Nah, that shit's false." Everybody's like,
Wow.
I think
"When was the last time we
Nintendo.
got a Star Fox game?"
No.
It's like,
We got a half-assed Star Fox game.
Isn't the last one what for the DS or something like that?
No, it was Star Fox Zero, that trash ass fucking game.
Yeah.
The half-ass demo that we fucking got. But I think F-Zero has the potential to do good. They just gotta push it right. They gotta do the right way. And they can't make it as hard as GX, because even GX back in the day was hard. It turned off a lot of people. Like that game was so fucking difficult.
you know damn well, it still will be a win for Nintendo if they sell more than 1 million copies. You know damn well it's not going to be at the 100,000 mark.
Yeah, I think it'll sell 1 million.
Yeah.
With the right push, I think it'll sell 1 million.
Yeah, with the right marketing, the right hype.
That's 1 million. That's not 20. That's not 10. That's not. It's 15. It's not gonna hit Pokemon numbers
No,
or
it's
Mario
not.
Kart numbers.
No, it's not.
But
But again,
I think at most you probably see 800,000.
I think it'll hit 1 million.
No, I think it's gonna be 1 million.
I don't. Yeah, I.
Because like I said, we've had stronger franchises. Well,
2.5 million.
Yeah, but those games were trash. Star Fox Zero flop for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like Federation shit flop for a reason.
that's what I'm saying.
Take Donkey Kong Arctic Freeze, for example. Who said that shit was gonna do really well on fucking Switch when it didn't do fucking well on Wii U?
What? Okay.
This major-
And it really all depends on what they do, to be honest. So let's move on to the next topic.
All right. I don't know what this is.
It's a King of Fighters character. You just watch the video and you can
Oh,
see her
right.
her big ass
So
booty
everybody
jiggling all over
got
the place.
really hyped
Yo,
yesterday
another thick
Sherman was
character.
announced in King of Fighters 15. Because she's like the most lewd ass character in the fucking game.
Clearly.
Yeah, and but if you see the trailer, like her gameplay is like crazy,
Grappling, suplexes.
crazy. It is probably the most like craziest character out of like all of them that they've showed or announced.
Yeah.
Like, as in like combos and like what they
Yeah.
can do. Hers is like I was just like, what the fuck? Like it's pretty fucking cool. So like her gameplay even enticed me. Even I was already interested, but like seeing her gameplay, I was like, oh shit, like this looks interesting now.
Yo, you
Like,
thought
I
Chun Li
just-
was thick? Shit.
Dude, Shermie is
Yeah,
So
she's
like
like
Shermie,
another level.
everyone loves Shermie, and so it was just like a big deal that they announced her.
Yeah, she's just another level of thickness.
Another level of thickness. Alright, but that's that
Another
character.
level,
You know,
dude.
That's
we don't gotta say much about this character. It's a new character, King of Fighters.
Go
let's
for
move
it.
Let's move to the next one. Well, first of all, this should be in movies, but we're going to movies now.
Yeah.
Movies and streaming, this will be fast because we don't have much. So Pacific theaters, ArcLight are all shutting down. So goodbye. Thanks to COVID.
And then they're saying that because of the financial collapses, AMC is gonna probably go next.
Mm,
Yeah, AMC because there have been rumors they have a lot of financial collapses.
I think AMC will survive.
Yeah,
And they said
so, like,
that the theaters are gonna open on June.
I think AMC will survive.
But they're saying like if something happened or if something else crazy happened, COVID-19, then the AMC is done for
The
it.
thing about ArcLight is that they're so high, like they're like a luxurious movie theater.
yeah, it
Yeah.
is. We have one near us, and we've been to it, and that shit just like high end, like even like the
Nice.
displays are huge and nice.
Look,
You know,
you
like-
get an amazing experience. I gotta give you that. Like,
Yeah, it looks really good. I love it.
but
That's the thing about
give me
our
cost.
place, right? It's just the cost. I mean, even the drinks are like stupid fucking expensive.
What, $20, right? It was $20.
Oh, but I mean, because in ArcLight they sell you alcoholic drinks, and just like those drinks alone are just like expensive. Like I bought some for my dad. I'm just like, dude, expensive. Like what the fuck? I can go buy you a fucking case of this shit and I'm buying it in a fucking cup.
They ain't trying to have you get drunk in the theater though.
Yeah, they're not. I don't
That's
want
it.
to get drunk while watching a movie in theaters.
Look,
I'm good.
Look, they were saying that they're gonna open the theaters on June 15th this year. If they don't do that,
Well,
they-
theaters already opened up.
Yeah, I
No,
mean, they're
but
open up.
like
I
officially,
guess rest,
Like full capacity.
the full capacity will be June 15th.
I don't think they could open full capacity this year.
No, but that's what they're saying.
Well, that's
Because
what
if
they're
they're doing-
planning.
The
They're
plan,
planning.
because if they can't do that this year,
I mean,
they delay until, like maybe next year, they're gonna have more financial collapse.
look, this is how it's gonna be. Okay, they're gonna open. No guarantee anyone's gonna go. In fact, I'm pretty sure most people aren't.
No, they
I mean,
will because people
yeah,
people sold out for the Zack Snyder, this Godzilla versus Kong.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah.
Well, we said sold out, but how many tickets did they? You know what I mean? Like how many
I
tickets are
heard-
they offering? You know what I
But
mean?
the fact that people still went, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in theaters, it was every other seat. So
Oh, okay. Okay.
I mean, it did. I mean, Godzilla did really well, even outside of HBO Max. Like, it did really fucking well. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's the
Sometimes.
highest movie from the pandemic.
Yeah. Sometimes I wonder like why go to the theater when I can watch at home in 4K.
yeah, I mean it's the experience, bro. Like
Yeah, that's kind of it though.
Yeah, right. Because I don't know
That's
if you know
kinda
him.
get some
I'm
time
pretty
for
sure Ken knows him, but Mark Bernardin, right? He went and rented out a movie theater for $100. He's like, I have to see Godzilla vs Kong in theaters, and he's like, the experience, the way the
Fucking sound hits you and everything. It gives you
different experience than watching it at home.
Yeah.
Even if you have like a dope ass speaker system and all that, it's just the theater is just a different fucking experience.
it's just the environment you're in.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a big theater in my house.
Yeah. That's my plan for sure.
Yeah, if you're back, thank you, God. Disney Plus, thank you very much.
All right. Let's go to the next topic.
The Pop-Up Girls.
It's a
Yeah.
flop. Let's move on. Like, just be a flop.
We don't know that yet.
I'm interested. I'm gonna give it a shot because I always give CW shows a shot.
I
They
know,
tend to
Josh,
make.
no, Josh doesn't give CW shows a shot. He gives Clay Bennett a
I
said,
do give CW shows a shot though.
we gonna see. I mean, it's kind of. I mean, they trying. I'll give it that. They're trying. Like they're trying to make it make sense live action.
No.
But
They
there's
stopped making sense when they were adults.
Yeah.
yeah.
That makes sense.
No, but they're gonna try. I gotta give them credit for trying, and I'm gonna give it a shot because I don't think this is one of those shows you can take seriously. Obviously, it's gonna be a gigantic joke.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna be having fun on the set of filming it, laughing about it.
Mhm.
I mean, that's what it is. I mean,
You're
come
gonna be
on.
laughing about it. I can't believe they're paying us to do this shit.
I'll tell you,
Right?
the gangrene gang is gonna pop up here one time. They're not really gonna be green. Mojo Joe is not a monkey. Like obviously, like this is gonna be,
That's gonna be a big
it's gonna be like a lighthearted thing for the people who like grew up with the show or saw the show when it was first out. Just see this version of it. Just like the new Pop-Up Girls for the new
No.
No.
I mean, we don't like it, but at the time they don't know what the old original Power Girls look like.
I know, but that new version is, oh my god, man.
But yeah, because they have something to compare it to.
Teen Titans Go is a cartoon show than that, man.
But is it better than Teen Titans Non-Go, the animated version?
I don't know.
That's because we have something to compare it to.
Ray, you don't have to cut your camera back on. So we only got
I
five
didn't
minutes.
know. I didn't know we were having. I didn't know we were having Jack Sparrow on.
Yeah, that's what I did.
But yeah, I mean, we'll see. Whatever, it's whatever to me, honestly. It's Pop-Up Girls live action.
All I care is who's playing the secretary for the mayor.
She gonna be fine.
Yeah.
They're not gonna sexualize it, man.
I think
Yeah.
cut her from right.
Yeah, just keep that true to the show.
Yeah, cut her.
Yo, the secretary, they did that a lot in Cartoon Network shows back in
Like you
the
really
90s.
think they're gonna joke around like they did back in the day?
And I want the
think
mayor
they
to
did.
be waist high. Like I don't
Yeah, they cast her already. They cast the secretary already.
Cool.
I forgot who it was.
Yeah, watch. On purpose, they're gonna just like cast the worst looking girl ever.
Okay.
Oh hell no.
Just for the sake of like,
Yes.
this is the
see.
change you need to make.
Okay.
Oh, it's Robin Lively.
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Robin Lively.
What's that?
Damn, she old.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's
Wait. She's only 49, but she looks old.
Oh. She looks like 60s.
You see?
No,
Damn,
55.
yo, age did not hit her well.
Sucks.
But yeah, that's Pop-Up Girls. This new Netflix show, Army of the Dead.
Dead.
It looks pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I like it.
I saw the trailer. I was like, oh, sure, man.
Oh,
At
what is
first, I
it?
was like, I don't know what this is. But then I was like, oh, this looks pretty decent. Okay.
I thought this was supposed to be an anime.
Well, it's a prequel to the anime.
Animal, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It
Yeah, I
looks
mean, it looks decent. I'm not gonna lie. Zack Snyder is making it. Your favorite guy, everyone's favorite guy now apparently, because people forget he made BVS, but whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's another.
I think he redeemed himself.
It's a nice post-apocalyptic show. So looks.
Oh, this is the one with Batista in it.
Yeah,
Batista.
Yeah.
He's the main guy.
looks decent. No lie. So
Okay, so now he has to actually say sentences this time.
Yes.
We'll see if he's good.
That's fucked up. You know why?
It's true though.
It's
Yo,
true. Bro, didn't I tell you, bro? Amber Rose, whatever her name is.
yeah,
Yeah.
Ruby Rose.
Ruby Rose.
Ruby Rose. I did not tell her all her movies. She doesn't talk for a reason. Didn't I say that? And then what happened when she was Batwoman? Trash. Worst actor in the show. Easy.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I was
Her
like,
replacement is such a better actress, man.
way better actress.
I actually feel for her more than like Ruby Rose. You're just like,
Yeah, so
Can
it
you
was.
cry?
It
Yo,
was.
when she tried to cry, bro, I was like,
It was.
really?
It was sad.
Yo, can you just put some eye drops on her and just let it
But,
slip
but,
down?
but it wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't the moment. It wasn't the moment that she was reacting that made us cry. It was her attempt to act that made us cry. Like,
Yeah,
Like when Gal Gadot tried to cry.
yo, that's savage as fuck.
Wonder Woman. Yo, man, it's funny,
No,
but
fucked up.
well, come on, man. Look at John Wick, man. They made her do sign language, my guy. Like, come on, man. Like,
even
they
that she
do.
failed. Even that she failed because even Keanu Reeves came out and said that she didn't even care about the fucking role. Like she was trying he was trying to communicate with her with doing sign language and she didn't know what the hell he was talking about. I was like, this is the worst person I ever fucking worked with. She didn't even care about the role.
Yeah, I told you, man. I was like, I told you she could not act, bro. Like, she's probably a great model. Okay, stay modeling, please. It's like acting, nah, son. Like, and she's been in movies for so long too. I'm just like, how do you keep getting roles? Like,
Because she got a nice face.
it's so crazy, man. Like,
And she said she's not done playing superheroes.
oh my gosh, she needs to be done. Okay? She needs to be done.
She's
Because it's like, bro, Alice comes in, great actor. Dad comes in, great actor. There's her. I was like, even Hush, even Alice's brother, who barely said anything, who barely had any lines, because he was like a supporting character of a supporting character.
yeah.
He was a better actor than her.
The only thing that I actually enjoyed seeing her in was Orange is the New Black. That was the only thing
That's pretty much where everyone remembers her from.
Yeah, like that was the only time where she had actually dialogue in the show, and I wasn't like annoyed or I wasn't like kind of.
But the thing is, when your show is about people in prison, you can be a bad actor. You know what I mean? You don't have to be good.
Yeah, true.
Like it's like one of those things. Like when you have a child actor, you don't expect to be good.
But it was her acting at that point was like on point. Like it wasn't. Again, like
Was she's always angry?
No, she was like a kind of like a dickish character.
Okay, that's not hard to pull off though.
Well, maybe not, but she needs to stop. Okay, like unless her whole career is gonna be Orange is the New Black, she needs to stop.
All right, last topic of the day. Your boy Doc Ock confirmed in Spider-Man 3. We kind of knew this already though.
They're coming back, yeah.
I mean, all the speculation and shit.
Well, now
but once they casted Jamie Foxx as Electro again, it kind of confirmed that there's a multiverse thing going on, and that he's playing the same Electro from Amazing Spider-Man.
And he leaked the poster.
Yeah, he leaked the poster, which pretty much got taken down. So that pretty much confirmed everything.
But also, I don't know if you guys saw it in the group DMs, but also they also was confirmed that this movie is going to be a continuation after Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, he pretty much spoiled it. He said when he came out, he was like, "Oh yeah, this is right after Spider-Man 2." I was like,
Dang.
"Why would you say that?"
This is the best live action Doctor. And then,
the only one.
Yeah. And then Jamie Foxx is a good Electro. Yeah, people can hate me for saying it, but it's true.
I like Jamie Foxx Electro. He's
like this is a hot take.
He was a good professor. He wasn't a good Electro.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Look, this is a hot take. Okay, this is a hot take.
Hold on. Before we say anything, why wasn't he a good Electro? Because he was blue.
No. I don't give a fuck about how he looked.
So you cared about the color of his skin?
Well, you didn't like that he had mental issues.
I didn't give a fuck that he was good.
You didn't like that he had mental issues.
So you're upset about his cognitive abilities.
I like his portrayal as Electro.
these things.
I like his portrayal as the guy before turning Electro. I love that portrayal of him, but I didn't like. It's like like when people say I don't like the portrayal of Peter Parker, but I liked him as Spider-Man. It's kind of like that. That's the dilemma that I have with
I
his
think he
Electro.
Did you like Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man? I mean, as Peter Parker.
As Peter Parker?
No, he didn't.
No, I liked him as Spider-Man.
You know why he didn't like it? Because he wasn't nerdy enough.
Because he wasn't too dark. Because he was too dark.
He was too cool.
No, I just didn't like his portrayal of Peter Parker.
Yeah. But this is a hot take. Okay, look.
now with Tom Holland, I do like his portrayal because he is a kid from the Bronx, like from Brooklyn, and and the way that his accent is, and he's younger, and it just that's the portrayal that you were supposed to see of Peter Parker, like not this, like
Yeah, but there's different renditions of Peter Parker.
yeah,
Look, 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 I'm just gonna say something that's very
we're not
controversial
talking
right
about,
now, okay? And the thing is that Jamie Foxx is a good actor. There, I said it.
I'm not.
Look, we can agree to disagree. I think his portrayal of Electro is
I
great.
love his other movies. I love Ray Charles as Jamie Foxx. I like that he's doing Mike Tyson now because he actually has a really good portrayal of Mike Tyson. but like him as Electro, I just don't like that portrayal.
I thought it was great, so I'm just saying. Same thing with Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield was great too. He played the role he was given.
Look, I'm gonna say right now.
I'll be honest.
I like the villains of both Spider-Man movies. I did like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, but I did not like his Peter Parker.
It's like me. I'm gonna get a hot take. I hate what was his name? Toby
Maguire?
Yeah, from him as Venom.
Oh, Topher Grace. Topher Grace. Everyone does.
I hate him as Eddie Brock.
Of course.
No one likes that Brock or that Venom.
No.
Neither one.
Yeah, like that's obviously I'm joking, right? Because everybody hated him, but like
I mean, everyone hated that movie.
Right. even Green Goblin, like I hated his rendition of Green Goblin, not the original, the son.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, you got some nut shit.
I hated his acting as Green Goblin, but I loved his portrayal as
what's his name?
Harry Osborn. You took him on the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, right?
Harry Osborn.
Yeah, James Franco. Yeah, James Franco.
Yeah, they fucked up the new Goblin. They fucked up.
Yeah,
It looks.
Well, no, I'm not talking about James Franco because James Franco was the first one. I'm talking about when I think it was the
Amazing Spider-Man.
I think so. Because it was a different actor, and they did his fucking like his face. They didn't like change him into like the Green Goblin. Like they
made it paint.
No, they pretty much made him the Green Goblin.
Right.
They didn't put a mask over him type thing.
Yeah, like
right. Oh, I get what you're saying.
I thought that was cool because I think the mask on is kind of lame. Not gonna lie to you.
I love the mask, but I also like the.
I think the mask makes more sense based on the technology. Yeah.
Yeah, but I also like the Miles Morales version where it's actually he looks like an actual fucking goblin. Like he has the wings, and he actually looks like a monster goblin, which I totally dig as well.
That's what they were going for in the Amazing Spider-Man. They just didn't get to there.
They just didn't do it right. I don't like that. And plus, I didn't like his portrayal of it. Like it's just like
I didn't like him as Harry Osborn. The Green Goblin aspect I thought was nice because it was different. It wasn't just like, oh, I have an ego. Let me put a mask on.
You guys are talking about emo Harry.
Yeah.
No, that one was bad.
Harry Osborn, his Harry Osborn is trash. I thought the Green Goblin was cool because they did something different.
I kind of liked his Harry Osborn because he was just a dick.
Nah.
Like,
he was a dick. He was an emo little shit.
Yeah, he was
emo, but he was like a dick.
You're not gonna help me. How you gonna help me?
Because you know what? In the original comics, that's how he was. He's like this emo kid that had daddy issues and fucking. He was just like complaining about the fucking world and how like he was not like the focus of it.
Yeah, but
he kept complaining about it.
He wasn't like that in Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, but no one complained about that.
What happened?
He wasn't like that in Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, but nobody complained about that.
What do you mean?
Harry Osborn?
Wasn't like what?
He wasn't the emo kid in the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, but no one bitched about that.
Isn't that the normal one? The one in Tobey Maguire? Friends, they're cool like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty sure that's the normal one. The normal
No,
one.
but the thing is that he was best friends with him in Amazing Spider-Man 2. But
No, I mean like emo. Yeah, I'm talking about the emo part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't the original Harry being emo.
Well, yeah, he was. So, like, if you look at like the original Spider-Man, right? He had like in the beginning.
Look, just because it was original doesn't mean it was good.
I'm not because again, it's dated.
But the thing is, you're using it as as a way to say, oh, they should have done it this way because of the
Because
original.
again, that is
You're pretty much saying that because they should have done it this
I
way
mean,
because this way is good.
there is
they're basing the movie on the fucking original.
right. There is merit to keeping it true to form.
And
But
then,
I'm gonna be real. I didn't like Emo Harry.
yeah,
Emo Harry
again, it's just I didn't like the portrayal of him as Green Goblin. To me, that was just my take on it. Just like I'd rather like the first movie.
That one without the mask, right?
Being, when he embodied the pink fucking Green Goblin, it was like that shit was dope. Like he embodied them perfectly, and the voice and everything that he embodied them perfectly.
I still didn't like the mask.
Yeah, I mean, the suit was stupid as fuck. But I mean, there was fucking thing that they just discovered where he actually had the fucking mask, like the latex mask, and it actually looked like the comics, and they just didn't go for that.
Wow,
So they were like, "Oh, we gotta tech it up."
Like Apocalypse.
that was pretty.
That's why, like in Amazing Spider-Man, they kind of just set up the ego. They just turned him into a goblin type thing.
Right, but it just was like
So that was kind of like the Miles Morales' way that they were going down that route.
Which I like, but they just didn't do that rendition. Right?
Well, think about it. Green Goblin wasn't the main villain, so we don't know what we could have gotten afterwards because they got canceled.
But like okay, if we're going by like Miles Morales standard, when he transformed like straight on like that. Like it
Yeah,
wasn't
but
like
that's we talk about movies where they build shit up.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I think that's what it was. The Sony hack really screwed over the movie, Amazing Spider-Man. But it did seem like for the vast majority of people will put both Amazing Spider-Man movies right down there with Spider-Man 3, which is a little aggressive in my opinion, but whatever.
I don't think they were both as bad as 3. Nah,
But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it comes down to the way people feel about the certain characters. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the characters in those movies were true to their form, but a lot of people didn't like the fact that some weren't. But I think that part of it is that when you have an established franchise like Spider-Man, especially coming right after the Tobey Maguire movies, it's kind of hard to strike that balance between the people who like the comic books and the people who like the Spider-Man movies.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, even if we're talking about the Tom Holland Spider-Man, right? I mean, we don't get Harry Osborn.
I was just about to say that. Like, where the fuck is Harry?
And then so what they did is that they incorporated Miles Morales lore and they mixed it together because now it's
right.
Because
I think it's kind of like
in the future, right?
Yeah, because I think it's kind of like the Batman movies. It's like Batman prior to Christopher Nolan wasn't this dark, grungy comic book. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't as dark as it is now. It was mostly yeah. And so like, you had comic pages where, Batman slapping Robin and shit. and it's just like that's what you had. Like you had it like joking around, And then
I would say the 90s cartoon changed the tone of Batman.
Yeah, it did, but the thing is that all of it together kind of like led to the Batman we have today, where he's like dark, like he's kind of hopeless.
You didn't start getting dark until like you hit
2000s.
No, like if you pay attention to comics, it started getting dark into the 70s and 80s. But like when we were like talking about like the 50s, the 40s, like Batman was like campy as fuck. But then there was dark moments because of obviously like his parents getting killed and stuff like that. But then it would go back to the campy shit. I mean, you look at Joker back in the days, and he was like campy, jokey, hoaxy, fucking villain.
The first one.
Yeah, because the way I saw it was that like Batman was like he had his dark stories, but the main one or like the one people focused on was still kind of the kind of level of the George Clooney movies.
Yeah.
Where it was just like, yeah, it's kind of there, it's kind of not.
Not George Clooney. It's
who's the guy who had Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze? George Clooney, right?
George Clooney.
Yeah, those.
Fat nipples.
I think that's where most people. I think that's where most people like focused Batman around the time, like as the mainstream version.
I would say that most people turn to the Tim Burton Batman.
Think so?
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
you're talking about the best Batman rendition and best
no,
Batman.
not the best, not the best, but like the one people would like call mainstream, like the version of Batman they would say would be
Yeah, the
mainstream,
range.
would be
Originally,
like
George Clooney one. They would put George Clooney like almost to dead last.
not his movies, but the rendition of Batman, like the way that universe was constructed.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, like it's kind of comical, but it's kind of getting down there. You know what I mean? It's not totally down there, but it's kind of stuff. You can kind of see it. Yeah.
I guess, but like people, when it came to the darkness, like when it started getting dark, was the Tim Burton one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's like it's not. It hasn't like really done it yet, but it's getting there. Like, but that at the time was like the mainstream Batman was the George Clooney version of it. And then once you hit like 2000s, like the early 2000s, late 90s, that's when like people were like, okay, Batman is kind of like going down into the hell of darkness, and then before you know it, it's like everything is hopeless. Everything is he has to bring light to the city. You know what I'm saying? Like before he was just like another superhero. Now it's like okay, now it's like he's doing impossible things. Like he's doing all this crazy stuff. He has all this crazy technology.
Justice League,
right? Like he's like everything. He's like super cynical.
All right, guys, look, I love this conversation, and I'd love to have it, but we're out of time.
Yeah,
we went away though.
So it's time to end it. Let's do the outro.
It's actually pretty fun.
Ray, just do the outro.
I was having fun listening to you.
You were having fun sleeping. That's what you were doing.
No, I was falling asleep before.
Hey
guys, usually perks up when movies get brought in.
Ray didn't even come up until like Spider-Man.
Yeah, but you know,
and the old Spider-Man.
Yeah. Anyways,
Go
guys,
ahead,
see you guys next Friday at 7 p.m. like always. Hope you guys have, 7 p.m. or 7:20, whenever you get on, we get on. All right.
7 o'clock sharp.
All right. He promises he's gonna be here on time. All right.
I was here on time.
No, you're not. You're not. Oh, whatever. Anyways, all right, guys. See you guys next time. Any last comments you want to do?
Check out all their channels down there. Andres' channel.
Any announcements?
Political dad peasants.
Political dad peasants. On the watch. Go watch it out.
Yeah, go ahead.
Check out my streams. Any announcements, Andres?
Yeah, we're gonna have a new group of Apex.
Actually, there was one thing we didn't talk about, but I'll just say really quick. House of the Dead remake coming out for the Switch, which was the light gun game that was back in like in the arcade days, and it actually looks really, really cool. And if they implement a gun with the Switch, that'd be really cool to have a light gun game.
So to say we get Link's crossbow training again, guys.
Yeah, so that's enjoyable. All right, everybody, y'all have a good one. See you on the next one.
All right, then.
Peace.
Peace, guys.